Salma Hayek has built an image of elegance, power, and Hollywood success. A global icon, a beloved actress, and the wife of one of the richest men in the world. But behind the glittering gowns and red carpet appearances, there may be a far darker truth, one that the media won't talk about, but the internet won't stop digging into. Because while Salma's public life is one of fashion and fame, her husband's private empire is raising serious questions. And once you hear what's being said, you might never look at either of them the same way again. The billionaire husband you probably never heard of. Let's start with François-Henri Pinault. Most people have never heard of him, but he's one of the most powerful names in the luxury fashion world. As the CEO of Kering, he controls global brands like Gucci, Balenciaga, Saint Laurent, and Christie's auction house. A billionaire, a collector, and a man with influence that stretches far beyond fashion. But it's not just the brands he owns that people are concerned about. It's what some of those brands are associated with, and how far those associations go. Balenciaga, fashion meets controversy. In late 2022, Balenciaga faced massive backlash for controversial ad campaigns that many accused of crossing serious moral lines, especially involving children. The images were strange, unsettling, and fueled a wave of online investigations into what the brand was really promoting. While Balenciaga blamed photographers and creative teams, critics pointed out that final approvals come from the top, meaning from people like Pinault. And yet, Salma Hayek, whose husband is the man behind it all, stayed completely silent. Is silence a statement? Throughout the Balenciaga scandal, Salma continued appearing at their shows, posing for photos, and embracing the luxury lifestyle. Many fans started asking, why? Why hasn't she spoken up? Why hasn't she distanced herself? Could it be that she knows more than she's letting on? And then things got even more disturbing. The art collection that sparked outrage. Turns out, Pinault also owns Christie's, one of the most prestigious auction houses in the world. But what kind of art is being sold under his name? According to online reports and receipts, disturbing sculptures by artists Jake and Dinos Chapman have appeared in listings, including mannequins of children with graphic and explicit modifications. Let that sink in. These aren't ordinary art pieces. They're highly controversial, deeply unsettling, and many believe they go way beyond what should ever be considered art. In some cases, these sculptures include body parts where faces should be, or depictions that seem to mock innocence. And yes, many of them were actually sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Who buys this stuff? That's the question internet investigators couldn't stop asking. Who's buying these? Who's displaying them? And why is someone like François Pinault, a man with more money than he could ever spend, linked to it all? Some reports claim he owns several pieces by the Chapman brothers. Others speculate that he's just a fan of boundary-pushing art. But the question remains, if Salma knows what her husband collects, why isn't she saying anything? The Nicole Kidman connection. Things got even weirder when a clip surfaced of Salma Hayek and Nicole Kidman at a Balenciaga show. The video shows an awkward exchange, with Nicole pulling away, Salma trying to direct her, and both women seemingly irritated. At first, it looked like a simple disagreement. But internet lip readers believe Nicole was brushing Salma off, refusing to take a picture, even making a sarcastic remark like "you don't need it." Viewers speculated something deeper was going on, especially since Nicole's own history includes disturbing family rumors. Nicole's father, a name that keeps reappearing. Nicole Kidman's father, Anthony Kidman, was a respected clinical psychologist in Australia. But after his death in 2014, serious allegations surfaced. A woman named Fiona Barnett publicly claimed that Kidman was involved in secret societies, underground cults, and even criminal abuse rings. Fiona's claims are chilling. She stated she filed official complaints, but nothing ever came of it. She also said Anthony Kidman died suddenly right after the accusations went public, and some believe it wasn't a coincidence. Could Salma and Nicole's awkward interaction be more than just a bad photo op? Could both women be deeply connected to dark corners of the same powerful world? Blind items and billionaire behavior. According to anonymous Hollywood insiders, known as blind items, Salma and her husband have had ongoing fights, especially over his alleged obsession with surrounding himself with young women, often in their late teens and early 20s. One source wrote, "He knows it will cause a fight. He seems to enjoy it. At some point, she'll be publicly humiliated." But according to them, she already has been. People just haven't been paying attention. The Shell Company theory. In 2023, a new nonprofit linked to the luxury empire was formed. On paper, it looked like a charitable organization, raising millions of dollars and hosting a star-studded gala. But when the financial filings came out, something strange happened. $0 paid out. No payroll. No volunteers. No clear explanation for where the money went. Even more suspicious? A $1 million loan was made to a disqualified person, a term used when someone in control of the organization receives funding they shouldn't. Critics immediately raised the red flag. Is this a shell company? A front to hide funds? And if so, who is really benefiting? Too rich to be held accountable? It's no secret that the ultra-rich play by different rules. Tax loopholes. Anonymous ownership. Global networks. But when it comes to children, art, and alleged abuse, there are some lines that should never be blurred. Yet in this case, everything seems to blur. The fashion brands. The artwork. The nonprofit. The celebrity silence. And at the center of it all, Salma Hayek and her billionaire husband. What does Salma know? Some say she's just living the good life, choosing fashion over morals. Others believe she's complicit, or even part of the system that protects the elite. But there's one thing no one can deny. She's smart. She's powerful. And she's not blind. Salma has access to everything, the files, the brands, the people. If she truly didn't know about any of this, it would be a miracle. Final thoughts: darkness in high fashion. It's easy to dismiss stories like these. To call them rumors. To assume it's just conspiracy. But when the evidence starts piling up, the money trails, the disturbing art, the shady nonprofits, it's harder to look away. Maybe this is why celebrities stay quiet. Why major outlets don't report on it. Because behind the runway lights and designer logos, there might be something much darker. The only question left is, will anyone ever be held accountable? Direct hit call to action, engagement boost. What do you think? Is Salma Hayek turning a blind eye to her husband's empire, or is she much more involved than we think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And if you want more deep dives into the secrets Hollywood tries to hide, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. Because the more we look, the more we uncover.